The last time I met up with our next guest, we were up to no good. Well, he was, I wasn't.
Hi, I'm Andrew Barth Feldman.
And we have nothing in common.
I'm 16 years old.
And I'm really old.
I will be starring in Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway.
And that's never happening for me. But coming up, we're talking about his Broadway. That was then. Now he can add TV star to his resume with his latest role on High School Musical, the series.
They're plotting against us. I have a nose for these things. Ow! Don't look. You have to be subtle.
I am very sorry. This is my first time doing... what is the word in your language for espionage?
Espionage.
That is convenient.
Let's get out of here. I've seen enough. I have to think.
I have barely begun to eat. Okay. Cool.
And the man with three names is joining us now this morning. Please welcome the talented Mr. Andrew Barth Feldman.
Hi! Woohoo!
See, even your woohoo has high notes in it, Andrew. Seriously. This whole situation with us, I don't know. I can't even woohoo.
No,
it's not
think it's sustainable. Yeah, I
It
know.
is so good to see you, Andrew. Because
Great
the
to
last
see
time
you
I
too.
saw you, because I did that for you, I showed you that clip because you're like, I'm Andrew Barth, and I was like, I'm old and stuff. But I got to interview you for Dear Evan Hansen, and we have a picture that you posted on your first day on stage at the Music Box before you were announced as the next Evan.
Yes.
And you say you felt a lot of weight. I saw that picture, I was like, really, a lot of weight from all the talent you're carrying around?
It was scary. There was a lot of pressure, definitely. A lot of it I was putting on myself, but it's now fun to really be here in this kind of environment where it's been so just pure fun to be part of the show.
All right, so from Broadway now, you're on this like massive series, right? And if you noticed, after they played your clip as Antoine, I was like, ha ha ha, that's the only French I know.
Perfect.
That's the
all you
only
need to
French
know.
I know. So talk to us about that, because you play an exchange student, correct?
Yes, I do. I play a French exchange student at rival school North High, who is this kind of real zany, goofy character. It's actually very much more, it's very comfortable for me to be playing a character like this. I was fortunate enough, I was so desperate to be on the show, and they knew who I was, that they wrote this character for me, which was like the greatest thing in the whole world, because I was just obsessed with the first season, and I'm now equally, if not way more, obsessed with the second season.
All right, so Andrew, you're never gonna hear me say a show wrote a character for me. But that's the difference between the two of us, Andrew. Talented, this one, not so much, but that's okay.
But
so,
here you are. You're doing this. It's amazing. You have
Andrew,
people like me.
Andrew, you were so lucky you're not here with me. I will fight you. Do not make me, Andrew. I am not strong,
Okay.
but I will fight you. Just saying. So
I will.
how
I'll
easy?
back
So
off.
I know you play tons of instruments, and I know your voice is also your instrument. So you just don't use your voice for your speaking roles or for your singing roles. Now you're even using it because you can do accents as well. Is a French accent the only thing you can do? I doubt it. But I'm just asking for the fun of it.
I can do accents come pretty naturally to me.
Of course.
This accent, I took French for 6 years growing
course
up, and I remember actually not really a single word, but the accent I always kind of was able to slip into. It was hard. I worked with the dialect coach for this, and to make it as realistic as possible, but then on set it was just like,
You
let's
know
just be
what,
funny
Andrew?
with it.
You worked with a dialect coach. Now I know you're lying. You don't have to lie to me to make me feel better. You do not
I
need a coach.
did.
Andrew, no, you do not
I
need a
was
coach.
terrified. I asked for it. I was like, please, can I have a dialect coach? And they were like, you don't need it. And I was like, please, and then I did. But
Andrew.
I got to work with a dialect coach to quell my own fears. But
You
but
have no
yeah, it
fear,
was-
Andrew. You know how I know
I
you have
lots
no
of
fear? You know how I know you have no fear? Not just because
do you
you
know?
were Evan on Dear Evan Hansen, but now you're taking the stage at 54 Below. That is a fearless person right there. I'm not taking the stage
terrified.
at 54 Below. So talk to us about this show that you're putting for us.
Yeah, this show's called Park Map. I have this passion for the Disney parks very much, and theme parks in general. I happen to just kind of know a lot about it. So this show is going to be me talking about theme parks, singing songs sort of related to the theme parks, while also sort of unpacking my own relationship with it and how important it's become to me.
All right, so we'll clearly hear some Disney songs too if it's like theme park related.
There will be, yeah, there's going to be some Disney songs, some classic rock songs, and some original songs. Well, there's 4 original songs in it. that I wrote. So I'm,
All right, so
really excited.
what can you tell us when it's happening?
Yeah, it's June 25th and 26th at 9:45. I think those 2 shows are sold out, but then there's July 9th, 10th, and 11th at 7 p.m.
Of course, they're sold out. But I can see. What if I show up outside and say I know Andrew? Will they let me in?
I have no connection to the front of house at 54 Below, so but I can email me. Let's get you in.
You know what, Andrew? You're big time. Well, you were always big time. I was gonna say you're big time, but you were always big time. When you're a big time talent, this is what happens. 54 Below. You have TV series, Broadway. Oh, are you gonna come back to Broadway soon since it's opening up?
If they'll have me, I'd love to. I'm going to college in the fall, but I'll be sort of hopefully able to stay.
What college are you going to in the fall?
I'm going to Harvard in August.
Andrew.
This is not good.
Andrew.
See,
I knew it. I knew, you know what? You cannot argue with me anymore, Andrew. You keep proving my case.
I'm not trying to argue with you,
No,
but I want
you
to
keep
see your
making
own
my
value.
point. You keep making my point, Andrew. You are simply
greatly.
the best of the best. And I'm gonna keep praising you. You can make yourself, you can be all modest all you want, but I will be your hype person.
But you don't have to put yourself down to
No,
do that.
but it's true. Okay, am I going to Harvard, Andrew?
Yeah,
Have I been on Broadway,
TV.
Andrew? Have I been
You're on TV. You have a TV
Do
show.
I play Antoine? No, this is all about you. I will
You
continue.
can compare easily. You're on
I
a
will
TV
continue
show.
to celebrate you, Andrew, whether you like it or not. And I'm so proud. So hopefully we get to hang out soon, maybe when you have time off of Harvard and doing all the big things you do. Until then, you guys, you can check him out as Antoine, the French exchange student on High School Musical, the series, currently streaming on Disney+, and 54 Below. The June dates are sold out.
Yeah. But
And you
July,
better hurry
coming
for the July dates because it's Andrew Barth Feldman we're talking about. It will get sold out too. So I'm going to go figure it out. Thank you, Andrew. So good to see you.
Thank you so much. So great to see you.
Always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Good luck. I can't wait to see
Excuse
it.
me.
He is the best.
What doesn't he? I mean, going to Harvard? My goodness.
I know, on top of all that.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about how many instruments he plays.
And you see how he just threw in, and there's a few original songs that I wrote for that. What? Where do you find the time?